Hi, welcome to the bathroom. Thanks for coming in today. I'm going to start a new show. Here's my idea for this show. I feel like it's really important to ask everybody on the staff how far they're willing to go in terms of becoming a machine.
Okay.
So, do you think that we're going to merge with the machines? Also, what do you think the show should be called? I feel like it's like, do you want to be a robot? Simple as that.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a robot? So, do you think that we're going to be machines is the first question.
Are we going to be machines? I look at this from the 90s cyborg theory perspective, and even further back than that. Are we going to turn into robots? Are we going to turn into machines? We already are. The line between man and machine is something that we made up because we wanted to feel better. And just because we happened to start making machines after we had already been around for a long time doesn't mean that there's anything special or unique about humanity that can't be reproduced in machines. And fundamentally, what's the difference between, a rock and another rock? They're both rocks. What's the difference between a person and a robot that's able to walk and talk and think? It's not that different. If you want the more practical question of, am I willing to embed a chip in my brain that gives me super memory or super thoughts or whatever? Sure, yeah. I don't have any special belief in the, unique flowerness of mankind, like I just said. So go for it.
So you're willing to go full bot, no organic matter left?
Oh yeah, totally go full bot, no organic matter left. I don't think that this meat that I made up of is anything special. In fact, it's kind of crappy. I could stand to lose some weight.
Are you excited? Would you be excited about becoming a robot?
Sure. Yeah. I will say that I suspect that within my lifetime, this question's mostly academic. You can put some stuff in your body, but I think the real stuff that'll really change us, I'm not going to have a chance to actually do it.
Maybe not.
Probably not. I don't know. I'm always wrong when I predict things will take longer than they do, but I suspect it's going to take longer than we think.
What specific thing are you excited about doing once you have some sort of bot capabilities?
So, for me, honestly, the thing that I would want to enhance is the thing that people traditionally think of what makes you most human, which is, creativity. I would honestly just like to be a better writer. It'd be great to have perfect recall. It'd be great to be able to, win at chess or do other traditional computer things. But what I would really like is the nanobots to sort of act like a super drug that just made me really creative, really original.
Do you think that they'll do that by just enhancing certain parts of your brain and turning off others? The secret of creativity is not really known. So how do you think upgrading your brain matter, as Deltron said, is going to help you in that way?
I don't know, but I also think that there's a pretty good chance that we won't actually need to fundamentally understand how the brain works in order to start hacking on it, which is creepy and scary, right? We're going to be doing stuff we don't know how it works, we don't know why it works, we just know that it works. And I think there's a pretty good chance that that's eventually how we're going to be doing this stuff with the brain. We know this stuff kind of works, we don't know exactly what the reasons are, but cool, it works, so let's do it.
How far do you think everybody else is going to be willing to go? Do you think they're going to say the same things as you?
No.
I don't think so.
I think it'll be a generational thing. I think that in the same way that kids today they actually have got a really healthy relationship with phones, and I think that there's a lot of moral panic about children being obsessed with phones that kids actually aren't that worried about and aren't that obsessed with it. It's not destroying them. And I think that the same thing will happen once these modifications start happening, that old people will worry about it, but the younger generation will just be like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. I'm not obsessed with it the way that you are. It's not a big deal.
But what do you think about other people on the staff? How far do you think they're going to be willing to go? Full bot, half bot, which is just cyborg, or no bot?
Quarter bot.
What does that mean exactly?
I think it means that they'd be willing to do body enhancement that would make them stronger, faster, maybe more alert, but that really fundamental changes to the way you think and the way your brain works, most people will probably draw a line there in the short term.
So more like a plug-in rather than a full-on renovation, body renovation.
Yeah, I think that like you would, I think the first step will be you'll interact with the thing, but it won't become part of the essence of who you are right away. So in the same way that like a smartphone essentially makes me a cyborg, right? It's an outboard brain, but I interface with it. It's not who I am. It changes who I am, sure, but like on a fundamental level, it's a thing that's external to me. And I think that initially, like I will have basically the idea would be I'd be able to interface with a computer that is on my body connected to me directly with my thoughts, but it wouldn't be that it would actually be fundamentally altering my thoughts because there would be an interface. But that line goes away really fast because, you know, you give somebody with a missing limb a prosthetic and you hook it up to their brain, and their brain very quickly moves from like interfacing with the thing to feeling like the thing is part of their body. So I think there'll be that initial step, but that slippery slope, everybody will slide down it wicked fast.
I kind of already, like, not just like the limb thing, but I already feel like my phone is part of my memory. Like whenever I think of an idea, I write it down on a notepad, and I had like 3 months of ideas written down on this notepad. I never backed it up anywhere, and then I did an iOS update and it froze and I lost everything, and I really felt like part of my brain was gone because once I write it down there, I feel safe to like forget about it because I have it written down. Yeah. And it really felt like a part of my brain died. And I had a full 24 hours where I couldn't think about anything else. I was depressed.
So that happened to me back with the Palm Pilot. I had a whole bunch of stuff stored in their memo pad, and it got lost during a hot sync, and like everything got corrupted and it was gone. I spent weeks trying to recover it and I couldn't. And so that was God. Palm Pilot's like 16, 15, 14 years ago, a long time ago. And it broke me from like taking notes that way. I stopped doing it. I take notes much more scattershot now because like somewhere back in my brain, I don't trust the offboard brain. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, now I like do every couple days. I'll just like copy everything in that notepad and put it in a Google Doc and put the date on when I copied it. It's scary now. Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah, well, and you know, the only way to back it all up is to have it in a million different places, and they all will fail eventually. Sorry.
Kind of diverted from the robot brain, but all right. Thanks for coming into the bathroom, guys. This is the first episode of Do You Want to Be a Robot? Now back to the music.